And so to be able to recognize that motivate to get overweight and then once you get back, so I'm really good at teaching the genetics of it and actually teaching all the time. Well, I think getting anything about it is so it would be one person that you have and for that, my expertise advertising on the job. And believe me, I would make I don't want to say.
you? Mike, it's really nice to meet you. Thanks for being here. I don't know if Ruth told you, but you're at Stowe. I was a music director there for 10 years. A while ago. This is crazy. Such a small world. Kind of different. Yeah. Yeah, it's great. It's not too bad. Down route 2. Yeah. It's really nice. Thank you so much for being here. If it's okay, I'll play you some more. And then you can jump in and we're in the learning phase, so you can help. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. How are we doing? It's great to see you. Let's stand and stretch. Let's reach up high. Wiggle your fingers. Lower your arms slowly. Don't crush your neighbor. And twist. Okay, very good. Shoulder circles. Very good. Do a face massage. And massage muscles here around your larynx. Roll your head around. Get rid of any tension that we might have. Ha ha ha. Good. Take a deep breath in. Out on SH. And release. Good. Deep breath in. Out on S. And release. Very good. Deep breath in. Sigh all your problems away. Look, all our problems, all our stress just going right out the door. Very exciting. So let's do this. Can you hum with me? Very nice. Can you do on a lip trill? Do you know what a lip trill is? Like that. Can you try this? That's our pattern. Try that. Oh, by the way, so a lip trill is a good thing to practice because it kind of lets us practice what we need to keep our mouth in the right position, but if you're too tense, it doesn't happen. I mean, if your lips are tense. It's not a question of like personal tenseness. But if your lips are too tense, then it's not going to happen, okay? So you can practice, try and relax them a little bit. Some people find it easier if we put 2 fingers right here like this. And if you have a mask, it can go over your mask. That's okay. You're just pressing down, if you like, or under, whatever you like. And then some people find that harder. Some people find it easier. That's right. So if you are in a position, you can try that. If none of that works, you can try just humming it, or you can do some as a tongue trill, like that too. Okay, let's give it a try. It does. Jim said it takes a lot of air, and believe it or not, that's the point. We have to practice taking really good deep breaths before we start. 1, 2, ready, go. Drop out when it's too low. 1 more. Good. And now we're going to try yaw. Yeah, if your face itches, it's okay. You can take care of it. Now the opposite of this. Yaw. Try it. Go. Good. Now we have to avoid what my voice teacher used to call Muppet face. Yaw. When we sing on those high notes, where your whole head goes back like that. And what that does is it actually cuts off the air and cuts off our vocal mechanism so that we strain a little bit more to sing the higher notes. Yaw. Instead, think about sort of bending your knees, getting a low sound, and going a sound that goes straight up like a laser beam out of the top of your head, as opposed to something that goes that way. It's sometimes a good way to fool yourself into singing in this tall fashion. Let's try it. Feel free to move. Important part of singing. Ready, go. Do you remember our solfege? Do, re, mi, fa, so. You remember that? Can you do a scale with me? Did we do hand? Yeah, I'm seeing it. Optional. Optional. Okay? Here's a C one more time. Ready? With me. Ready, go. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. A couple tricks. T is pointing up because it always wants to, most of the time wants to resolve to do. Ti, do. It's like going all the way up there, right? Do, do, the same. And fa is pointing down because much of the time it goes fa, mi, when we have it in our music. Ti, do. Sopranos and altos, can you sing, or sopranos and tenors, can you go ti, do? Try that, go. Ti, do. Nice. Altos and basses, can you go fa, mi? Try it. Fa, mi. Can you do both at the same time? Ready, go. Really typical resolution pattern for us in a lot of the music that we sing. That's good. Can you do the symbol that I show? Re, mi, fa, sol, mi. So, very good. La, so, mi, re, do. I know, I'm sorry. I wish I was taller and a little further back. Let me try this again. Let me do it this way. This will be good. Ready? One more. Go. So is this one fa? Very good. Nicely done. Could we do a little energy one? Va, 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 ah. And when you get to the can you laugh a little bit? Did anything make you laugh today? Just wait till the dad joke. There you go. That's one. Okay, here we go. Something that really makes you feel happy. Sometimes we have to intentionally remind ourselves of that. Try again, or try the first time. 2, ready, go. Va, 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 va. This time when we do ha, 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 can you look at another person in the chorale? Now you're not going to laugh at that person, you're going to laugh with that person. And then each one pick a different person to connect with. It may be somebody you've never met or seen before. That's great. 2, ready, go. Va, 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 va. New person. Last one. Ah. Do you all hear how different that sounds? Okay, know this, from now until forever, when we sing in a way that connects to any kind of emotional content at all, we are doing what we love, we are doing what music is meant to do, and it sounds way better. So, you know, va, 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 va. I'm supposed to do my warm-up, okay. But the minute we were like, oh, I'm thinking about something that brings me joy, I'm looking at other people, they're smiling. This is like a very human reaction, right? It changes the sound, not just of the, but of the whole exercise. Yeah, because we're doing the thing. We're doing the complete thing. And sometimes we think, oh, I have to learn everything, or I have to be perfect at it, or I have to know every single note before I can do the thing. But that's backwards. So as we learn, put that joy, that enthusiasm into the things that you love about these songs, even if you're learning them for the very first time, and you'll have the most fun and the most success. That's tonight's goal. Does that sound okay? Great, excellent. Have a seat, thank you. Okay. So I'm gonna get my order here. Okay, I think I'm gonna get my order. This is not Ruth. This is Trevor. Hi, Trevor. Yes, we are ruthless, as we say tonight. Very good. That's a little pre-dad joke from the bass section right there. Lovely. So you, there's still another one. That's right. Get excited. We're really glad to have Trevor with us tonight. Do you know Trevor? Some of you know Trevor, I think. So among many other things that Trevor does and has done, it's a very small world, and we realized this week that Trevor is currently the pianist and organist at First Parish Church of Stowe and Acton in Stowe, Massachusetts, where I was the music director for 10 years. So very small world. But I've never met Trevor before, so I'm really glad to work with you. Thank you for being here. We are going to begin, once I find my list in order, with the thing I told you. Hold on, please wait. We're not going to begin with the dad joke. I'm sorry, that comes a very specific point. Okay, here we go. Let's start with Seasons of Love. Thank you. Yeah, page 42 in your packet. Okay. All right. So we're going to start with measure 5. And Trevor, could we have that opening C's, the opening C's? Good. And we're going to try this opening melody part and see how we do. The goal is to go through the whole song tonight. So we'll spend a little time learning parts that we don't know. And if you sing confidently and enthusiastically, even if you don't know it, it will help me figure out what we need. Okay? So 525,600 minutes. Let's give it a try right on your entrance. And if you can help us with our parts, that would be great, Trevor. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. 525,600 minutes. And 1. And 1.
525,600 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
How do you measure a year? In daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in pictures
pause right there. That's pretty good. There's those tricky rhythmic parts, and we could look at it and break it down by rhythm and beats, and those of you who read music, I think that's a great idea. But what I want to do instead right now is just sing it for you one time and have you listen. Try and do what I'm doing, because sometimes it gets extra complicated if I say it's the and of 4, and you're like, what? So just listen, and really only listen, don't sing. And I know usually I say that and a couple of people sing anyway. Don't sing, because we want to make sure that what we're hearing and what we're doing, even if we think we know it, matches what I'm doing, okay? So it goes, in daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, in laughter, in strife, in 525,600 minutes, how do you measure a year in the life? I don't think I'm in the right key anymore, but yeah, there we go. Sharp, typical. So thank you, Trevor. Those notes, if we make them a big deal, they will slow down, bog down, and make us slow. And if we just sort of touch on them quickly, those 2 spots, I think it'll be great. So can you do that one more time with Trevor from In Daylights? And don't stress out about that little in that happens. Just let it flow. One more time, Trevor, I'm sorry. 2, 3, and go. In daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, in laughter, in strife, in 525,600 minutes, how do you measure a year in the life? Very good. So in was pretty good. How was very good. The only thing that I didn't like was that 500 is late because we're worried about whether we got in. So I want to try one thing right here. And I don't want to screw you up, but I'm going to give this a try. This time, can you go in laughter, in strife, and leave out the word in, and just sing 500? Just this time, okay? In laughter, in strife, try it. 3, and go. In laughter, in strife, 500, good. So don't make it a little early. Keep it right where it was before. One more time. In laughter, in strife, 3 and 4. In laughter, in strife, 500. You got it. Now we're just going to go in just before that downbeat. In laughter, in strife, in 500. Try that. 3 and go. In laughter, in strife, in 500. Good. Excellent. And you'll hear where I clapped is where Trevor will play a chord for us when we get to that moment. Yeah, good. Okay. Yep. Yeah. And that was an excellent question, was what is the best place to breathe? And here's my advice for you in this moment. When we are singing in our sections, one of the greatest things about Mystic Chorale is that we have like hundreds of singers for you to sing with, okay? And so we figure out where we breathe based on our lines of text, okay? And this one, particularly when we get to in 525,600 minutes, how do you measure a year in the life, is like a one long thought, okay? Generally, when you have punctuation, you can breathe. But the problem here is that the breaths are very short throughout this whole song. Do you understand? Okay, so what we need to do is not be superhuman. And there's a thing, brief digression on breath for a minute, because this will help us. I don't think I've done this yet this season, but I may have. It's okay. When you breathe in really quickly, have we talked about this season? Okay. When you breathe in really quickly, I want everybody to do this gently to your voice. Can you go and take a quick breath? Okay. Okay. Did you feel what that felt like? Can anybody describe anything they felt? Fear. Yes. Who said that? Yes. Exactly. Why? Because when we do that in our lives, some of us for many years, we get in a situation that happens to us in situations where something's wrong, right? Like something surprises you, and it's like, yeah, gasp, right? Or you can't breathe for some reason, and you have to go into something like that. Okay. And so your body has a response to that goes, and I can feel like adrenaline when that happens to me. And that's on purpose. When something surprises you or you can't breathe, your body needs to move urgently. It needs to get away. Now, when we're singing 525,600 minutes, we don't want shots of adrenaline going through our body like that, making us fearful, because what that does is stop singing. Your brain goes, stop singing, get out of here. Do you understand? So what I see people do many times is go, I'm only going to breathe at the rests. In daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, in laughter, in strife. I can do it, okay, but I feel bad. Do you understand? So instead, what we will do is breathe like humans doing art, okay, and leave out a couple things. So what I would do is go, in laughter, in strife, in 525,600 minutes, how do you measure a year in the life? Something like that. It's called what? Staggered breathing. So I leave out a place where I need to breathe. It's better if you leave out notes than if we all try to breathe in the moments of rest. And here's why. The idea of staggered breathing is that the other people around you are breathing at a different time. So if you leave out notes in a couple places and take a good normal breath, you'll be able to come back in strongly, and other people will sing those notes, I promise you. If we hear a moment where it really lags because everybody's breathing, we'll talk about it. But that means that some of us need to choose to breathe early, and some of us need to choose to breathe late, and some of us need to choose to breathe in the middle. So figure out how that works for you. You might say in the last line there, like measure 17, I'm going to go 525,000 minutes out, and then I can make it to the end. Do you measure a year in the life? And I like that. That's good for me, okay? Or I might say I'm going to make it as far as I can go and breathe in the middle of the word measure. Where do you think is the place that everybody would try to breathe if they weren't going to leave out notes? How? Yep, but there's a rest there, so that's okay, but it's a quick breath. Maybe after minutes, that's another place, is a quick breath. Who said after measure? Yes. After measure, that's what happens. You're going to hear recordings of this song many times, and everyone will go, 600 minutes, how do you measure a year in the life? Which is the first moment that we have any space to breathe. Okay? But the problem there is the line is, how do you measure a year in the life? And we need that to be together. So we can't all breathe after measure. Does that make sense to everyone? So I could have just said, don't breathe after measure, stagger breathe, and it would have taken 3 minutes less, 5 minutes less. But I want you to know that information because you can apply it to other parts of this song and other parts of the songs that we're doing. Good? Cool. Let's try In Daylights in the right key, Trevor. Thank you. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and go. In daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, in laughter, in strife, in 525,600 minutes, how do you measure a year in the life? How about love? We're going to learn this. How about love? How about love? Measure in love. Seasons of love. Seasons of love. Good. So that's one part that we looked at a few weeks ago. We're going to look at it right now really briefly. Could I have sopranos at measure 21? This is page 44, yes? Good. Sopranos at that moment. Can we hear it once, Trevor? I'm going to change. Yeah, and that part at the end there, sopranos, you don't get to sing the melody anymore, people who know this song. measure in love. Rare moment, sopranos. Make sure that stays on the harmony part there. That's nice. Could we hear the alto part, Trevor? How about love? Yeah. Very good. Could we have the, that's your solo moment, altos. Yeah, lean into it. Could we have altos and sopranos together? 1, 2, and 3. How about love? How about love? How about love? Measure in love. Good for you. Measure in love at the end. Both those parts together one more time, and then we're going to do tenor and bass. How about 1, 2, and 3? How about love? Go altos. Measuring love. Very nice. Okay, good. Can we try the tenors and basses? Let's try it once, sight reading with Trevor, and if you would prefer to hear it, just listen this time, okay? 1, 2, and go. How about love? Up here, basses. Love. How about love? How about love? Measure in love. Good. So on this page, both those parts are together. Basses, I'd love it if we could all be in the upper part. If that's too high for you, it's okay with me, and I'm going to make a note here for you to sing this part down an octave. But give it a try up high first, okay? So up high sounds like this. How about love? And down low would be, how about love? Okay? So if you can do the upper one, please do. Okay? Here's my note so I can remember what I tell the basses. Okay. Here we go. Let's try it. Tenors and basses. How about love? 1, 2, and 3. How about love? How about love? How about love? Measure in love. Seasons of love. Seasons of love. Okay, basses and tenors, it's your Mariah Carey moment. Love. Could you play that for us once, Trevor? Yeah. Basses and tenors don't get to do runs very often. This is one of those moments. Try one more time. 3, 4, go. Love. Seasons of love. Very nice. So we get to the bottom of that scale just before the downbeat. Love. Yeah. Make sense? I'm seeing a lot of nodding. That's good. Can we try everyone, please? From, how about love? Measure 21. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. How about love? How about love? How about love? Measure in love. Seasons of love. Seasons of love. Very nice. Now, measure 33. What we're going to try is sopranos and altos together on the stems down part. at measure 33 that looks like an alto line. So sopranos, you can join in with the altos on ooh. Can we hear that once, Trevor, at 33? Same thing. Can you try it, sopranos and altos? Ready, go. Same thing. Good. One more time. Same thing. Good. Altos, can you sing that same part one more time? And I'm at measure 41 now, if you're following along in the music. The alto part is going to be the same. The soprano part is going to be an upper harmony that sounds like this. And we only do that one time, sopranos. So you're going to do 2 times through that first pattern that we were just learning where you're together with the sopranos, and then 1 time with this fun high harmony. Can you try that line, sopranos, at measure 41? 2, ready, go. Good. Very nice. So here's what we're going to do. Measure 33, where you're together, and I'm going to help you. When it's time for you to go to the higher harmony, I'm going to give you one of these sopranos, okay? Higher. Universal signal for high harmony. Go up. Okay, here we go. 2, measure 33, go. Same thing. High harmony. That's it. Good job. Okay, tenors, yes, well done. Very good. Tenors, here's your part at measure 33. Let's do it once, Trevor, if you can. Great. Tenor's going to sing that. Basses, could you be tenor friends, particularly if you're a baritone right now, and sing this with the tenors to help us learn? 2, ready, ooh. Same thing. One more time. Good job. Now basses, at 33 you have a lower harmony, which sounds like this. Can we try that, basses? At 33. 1, 2, ready, go. Good. Now basses, most of us for this one, for this section, should be able to do up a little bit. It doesn't go above this note at this moment. So if you can do up on ooh, that will help. Let's try right there, up in that octave. Can everybody go ooh? Lovely. That's a nice sound. Keep it light. It does not need to be super strong, particularly if that's in an upper part of your register, okay? Try that. Ready and go. Ooh. Very nice, basses. Same thing. Good. Good. Now basses, you're going to do that twice, and then you're going to become honorary tenors for one time through. And the part we just practiced, okay? When we become honorary tenors, down an octave is okay. Or you could sing up if it works for you there. Yeah. So let's try those two parts, tenors and basses, from 33, and then we're going to add in sopranos and altos. You're doing great, everybody. Yep. 2, ready, go. Now together. So basses, some of us stayed on our part that we were singing. Now listen, I just want to tell you something right now. If you do that, instead of being honorary tenors, you're honorary sopranos. And it's actually okay. It fits into the style, okay? So I don't want anybody to stress out about that. If you can follow the tenors at that moment, that's great. But if you sing that and that happens 3 times, it's totally fine. Do you understand? Okay. Can we have everybody try, can you stand, from measure 33. This is page 45. On the ooze. And your music is maybe not helping you that much. So look up. 2, ready, go. Good, one more time. Then we go like this. It's time now to sing out, though the story never ends. Let's celebrate, remember a year in the life of friends. Good. And that rhythm at the bottom of your page, 445 or 647, looks like a disaster, even if you read music. Okay? And so next time we're going to work on that specific rhythm, and I want you to know it is not going to be hard if we just do a repeat, okay? And then we do Remember the Love. Slightly different than what we had before. Slightly different than what we had before. And if you go to the bottom of page 48, do you see that? Bottom of page 48. At the very bottom it says Seasons of Love. And this is just like what you had before, I think. Yeah. So can you try, and then a couple of really messy marks. Can you try Seasons of Love? Bottom of page 8. 48. Yeah, here we go. 3, 4, go. Seasons of love. Seasons of love. Seasons of love. Right. Seasons of love. Yes. So, and then there's these added parts that come in over the top with the 525,000, which the sopranos will do. We'll learn that next time. Do you see how that goes, broadly speaking? Okay. You're very close to having learned all of this. Can you give a little performance of what we know so far? Okay? Yes, yes. Yes. Those are soloists. Yes. That's a soloist. Thank you. Good question. Good. All right, here we go. Beginning.
Oh, another question?
Yes.
Let's say bottom of page 45. I mean, there are 2 steps with notes, but no one's singing them.
At the bottom of page 45.
Right.
Oh, that's the piano part.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So at the bottom of 45, there's some extra staves with notes and nobody's singing them. That's because they're the piano part. Yeah, the oohs are for tenors and basses at 35. Yes. At 62, measure 62? Yes, yes, the sopranos will sing the melody. We'll work on that next time, yeah.
So the third repetition where the basses become tenor friends?
Yes.
It's not written, right?
It is written. It's just written, it's written all up in the treble clef part.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. So I'm trying to not freak the basses out by having them read treble clef. That's all. Just be a tenor friend instead. Let's try from the beginning. Here we go. Trevor, could you give us some accompaniment for this one, whatever you want to do? Great. Beginning. What's this song about? Love. Good enough for me. Can you connect to a message of love, whatever that means for you, at 8:11 on Tuesday, April 2nd? Can you think about love for a second? And we're going to try from the beginning. We're just going to see what we get. Go ahead. $525,600 minutes, 525,000 moments so dear, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, in laughter, in strife, in 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year in the life? How about love? How about love? How about go altos? There it is. Measure in love, seasons of love, seasons of love. Here come the oohs. It's time now to sing out, though the story never ends. Let's celebrate, remember a year in the life of friends. Remember the love. Make this up. You can look if you want. Love. Remember the tenors get the fun part. That's right. Measure in love, 2 measures, and then the part you know. Seasons of love, seasons of sopranos. If you want to try the melody now, you can. Seasons of love, seasons of love. Love, seasons of love. Keep going. Love, seasons of love. Seasons of love. Good. Seasons of love. Here comes the chorus. How about love? Oh, that's it, altos. Remember the love. Remember the love. So we haven't learned any of that yet. That's totally fine. I wanted to let you keep going so you could hear it with Trevor's great playing. Thank you, Trevor. Terrific, have a seat. Well done. So you get the sense for that. There are a few measures that we need to just sort of piece together as we continue. That's very good. Could we take a look at, please? Yes? What's that? We will be doing everything. Yes, but we haven't done it yet. Yes. 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 It is renting space. Look at all these dad jokes coming up in rehearsal already today. Very exciting. Very good. Okay, can you look at Try to Remember, please? And we're going to go from page 56, measure 45. Good work, everyone. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's a fun one. All right. Just how many people feel like they know this tune? Like you knew this song before you came into Mystic Chorale? Okay, good. That's a good core group of us. You what?
Very close family friend is the executive director of Fantastic.
Lovely, fantastic. And somebody said we did this fantastic too. Somebody said we did this once? Great. So many of us know the tune a little bit, and that's fine. If you don't, this may take a little while longer to come to you, and that is okay in a few places. Could I have sopranos and altos at 45 with Trevor? We'll go maybe a hair slower than we're supposed to. Can we do about deep in December, it's nice to read. If I can read. Yep, and we'll just try to sight read a little bit of our melody and harmony altos. We may have done this at the very first rehearsal for just a second. It was a long time ago. So we're going to try it once, and then we're going to go and learn it, okay? So listen if you like, or hack through. Deep, ready, set, go. Deep in December, it's nice to remember, although you know the snow will follow. Deep in December, it's nice to remember without the heart is hollow. Good. Pause for 1 second. That's where we'll go. So this is page 56. Tenors and basses, can you give your part a try? And then we'll learn these individually, okay? Page 56. Everybody got it? Yeah? Measure 45, the middle of page 56. That's right. Deep, here we go. Ready, set, go. Deep in December, it's nice to remember, although you know the snow will follow. Deep in December, it's nice to remember, without a hurt, the heart is hollow. Good, pause right there. That's nice. Okay, can we have sopranos from measure 45 with Trevor? Ready, sopranos? Listen or sing. Ready, set, go. Good job. Good, and there's one fake out from this melody that Trevor helped us with. Deep in December, it's nice to remember the fire. That one we have just a little extra moment to breathe when we get there. Okay? Good job. So sopranos, that's the tune. Yes? Everybody else gets these sort of slithering harmonies in the background here. So this is a little bit of a different style than some of the other things that we're singing, and I think it'll be really fun. Could we hear the alto part once, Trevor? This is a great time, altos, if this is a good thing to help you practice, to record this piano part, if you like that. So here's 45. Ready, set, go. Trevor. So altos, we do the same thing twice at the beginning, right? Did you notice that? When we're listening for these parts, it helps us to pick up on patterns. So that's, once we learn the part that happens at 45, we get something very, very similar the second time through. Let's try from deep in December with Trevor. Ready, set, and go. Deep in December, it's nice to remember, although you know the snow will follow. Deep in December, it's nice to remember, without a hurt, the heart is hollow. Deep half steps. What made us mellow? Very nice. Same rhythmic note that the sopranos got. On that, it's nice to remember the fire. Okay? Very good. Nice. Let that play around in your head for a little while. Could I have tenors from measure 45? Can we give it a try? Here we go. With Trevor. Ready, set, go. Deep in December, it's nice to remember, although you know the snow will follow. Deep in December, it's nice to remember, without a hurt, the heart is hollow. Deep in December, it's nice to remember the fire of September that made us mellow. Good, same rhythmic note there, tenors. That's pretty good. Nice job. Tenors, we'll do more in 1 second. Can we try the bass part first so we can add it together? Ready, basses, go. Deep in December, it's nice to remember, although you know the snow will follow. Deep in December, it's nice to remember, without a hurt, the heart is hollow. Deep in December, it's nice to remember the fire of September that made us mellow. Good. So basses, this is sort of like, there's a little bit of a real plucked string bass quality to this line in our like fun jazz combo. Okay, so that means you have a lot of leaps where other parts don't. Other parts have these lines that kind of flow a little bit, and we'll just have to get them in our ear. They all make sense, but we have to hear it in the context of everything, okay? Could we try everybody from 45 together? Tenors, I'm gonna help you this time through, okay? When we put it all in context. Deep, and do your best. Ready, set, go. Deep in December, it's nice to remember, although you know the snow will follow. Deep in December, it's nice to remember, without a hurt, the heart is hollow. Deep in December, it's nice to remember the fire of September that made us mellow. Pretty good, yeah. Can we do it one more time, and I'm gonna help the basses this time? And Trevor, could we get some like of that accompaniment so we can hear what it feels like? So this is a different feel. Could you play it for us now for a minute? Yeah. I need like yeah. Yeah, exactly. I need like my whiskey at the bar or something. Just like right here. Yep. Deep. All right, basses. I'm going to help you. Ready? Here we go. Well, everybody on your own part, with Trevor trying some accompaniment with us. 1, 2, go. Deep in December, it's nice to remember, although you know the snow will follow. Deep in December, it's nice to remember, all out a hurt, the heart is hollow. Deep in December, it's nice to remember the fire of September that made us mellow. Keep going, together. Deep in December, our hearts should remember. Follow. And soloist. Yeah, very nice. That's lovely. And then one chord at the end, which we'll do another time. Does that feel okay? Can we do that one more time because it's fun? Can you stand? And we're going to try with that accompaniment part at 45. A light swing. Basses, you feel okay? Cool. All right, here we go. So for some of us, we might hear this style really well, and we can kind of hear where the chords are going. They're complicated chords. We might hear where they're going and understand where our pitch goes, and some of us may have never done this before, and so this might feel really new. It is okay either way. I hope that there's some parts in all of rehearsal that feel really like solid to you, and you know exactly what's happening, and some parts that feel new, so we grow. But I think it's not the same for every person. So if this is like feeling slightly complicated for you, just go along for the ride this time through. Like sing it, feel where everybody else around you is going, and see if you can feel, and don't be worried about like, did I sing every exact note exactly correctly, okay? And if you feel good about this style, be a leader. Yeah, here we go, 45. 1, 2, go. Deep in December, it's nice to remember, although you know the snow will fall. Deep in December, it's nice to remember, without a hurt, the heart is hollow. Deep in December, it's nice to remember the fire of September that made us mellow. I'll tell you when to stop. Deep in December, our hearts should remember. That's right, all together. And then a soloist. Yeah, lovely. Very good, have a seat. Yes?
It's interesting, the words suggest each December kind of going into hibernation, and then it's asking the light swing.
Yes. Yes, we're going to talk. So the question was about the meaning of the text and putting it with the style of the music. And I have like a long explanation for you in 2 weeks. Okay. The way that we're going to think about that in terms of the meaning of the song. Yes. So, but it's relevant to think about that text and how we put it together. So we'll work on that as well. Yes. At 53. Yes, this is a demonstration of something excellent that will happen at sectionals, and we're going to do it right now so everybody can see what it's like. If you can come to sectionals tomorrow, sopranos and altos, and a week from tomorrow, tenors and basses, it is the perfect time to say, at measure 53, I need help with this one note. Yes? That is what this is. That is what that is perfectly for. So at 53, can everybody find it? This is the bottom of page 56, deep in December. And the reason that alto note is tricky is because it's not what you do the first time. So could we hear Trevor from you, Although You Know? The snow will follow in the alto line. Right, and that's the one. So the way that I would think about that is we're going to go follow, and then we're going to go up one whole step. Da-dum. Just up one step from there is probably easier than trying to hear anything else. Here's another reason why it's hard. Trevor, could you play that chord for us at 53? That one. It's a major seventh altos, which means it's super cool, but also feels like it's clashing with the basses who are singing a G and you're singing an F sharp. So when you hear that crunchiness, lean into it and don't steer away from it. Okay, that's a perfect thing that we would do 3 times at sectionals, and we probably will. So please come, if you can. It'd be terrific. Before we take a little break for announcements, can we look at Winter Song, please? Next in your book. And I'd like us to look at measure 59. If somebody has a page number, could you call it out? 60. 68. Thank you. Page 68. Measure 59. So the top line here will be a soloist. And this is a little more ooh. Okay. Could we hear, Trevor, the bass part one time? And then, yeah, so this part here is just going to be the low notes. So basses, when we get to measure 63, do you see how there are 3 notes there? The bottom of page 68, second measure. Do you see how there are 3 notes all of a sudden? Sing the lowest one. Okay? Yeah. Can we try it? Basses for measure 59 with Trevor? 2, ready, go. Ooh, ooh, same thing. Ooh, 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 and then go on from there. Inside my arms. Classic bass part at the end. And then we do, is love alive? Is love alive? Is love alive? Same thing, and then we go, is love alive? And then you repeat that about 87 times. Okay? Lovely. That's right. Yeah, there you go. Counted already. Good. Yes, got it, basses? Okay, lovely. Tenors, can we try your part? And then the high notes, tenors. Inside my arms. So measures that are similar to one another but not exactly the same, tenors. Always the hardest to memorize. Try at measure 59 with me and Trevor. 2, ready, go. Inside my arms is love alive? Is love alive? Harmony part. Is love alive? Is love alive? Is love alive? Is love alive? Here's the different one. Is love alive? Is love alive? Yeah. So when you get to that repeated thing and the basses do it 87 times, you do the pattern 87 times. The third one has a different final note, third of 4. We'll practice that when we get there. Most of the time it goes, is love alive? Same note, but a couple times it goes, is love alive? Yeah. Yeah. Good. Okay, can we try altos? Here we go. Good. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Trevor, play it one time if you don't mind. That would be great. Nice. Let's try that, altos. 1, 2, ready. Ooh. Right back up. Stay on this note. Inside my arms is love alive, is love alive, is love alive. Yep, 87 times altos. See, 15 times. Very good. Yeah. Okay, sopranos, you ready? Sopranos, everybody else's parts kind of repeat. Yours is just a tune of its own. So we kind of just have to learn how this goes. Let's try. Restart. 1, 2, sopranos, go. Nice. That's very good. That's very good, sopranos. Can we do it again? Can you try to up your volume by about 20%? You don't really need to up your volume much as your confidence, because I heard a very nice, lovely, correct pattern. So if you're a strong reader, just go for it. 2, sopranos, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice job. Yes, by being fearless and bold, you've actually helped the other people in your section learn this part a little bit better. Congratulations. Well done. That was great. And then we build on our parts there. Good. Let's try this all together. Measure 59. Just sitting up straight for now is fine. This is page 68 at the top on ooze. Okay, 1, 2, ready, go. Inside my arms is love alive, 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 is love alive. Back to the top, right? Here's 71, and here's the end. Yeah, nice. So we're going to end there. That is slightly different from the recordings that you have, which go a few extra times, okay, and just in a loop. So don't worry. All you need to do, if you learn the recording, you learn too much, and then when you're watching me, you just need to watch for this. And you'll be in good shape, okay? It's no problem if you learn it that way. That's completely fine. You'll just watch for the cutoff and the stop. Nice. So that one, when we learn ooze like that, that's going to take like repetition, and we're going to feel probably like we know what we're doing in week 8. on oohs like that, right? It's much easier to memorize like melody and words together. So if in week 6 you don't feel settled about what happens with the oohs, you're not alone, and don't worry. It's going to come together in that way, I promise. Sound okay? Great. Yes? Sorry, I couldn't hear that. Can you say it again? At measure 68, the sopranos do the middle staff top part. The top part of the middle staff, yes. Right, same thing in 70, 71, 72. Top part of the middle staff sopranos, yes. The top line on those pages, on page 69 and page 70 and page 71, the top line is soloists. Okay? Good, let's have some announcements. Thank you, good work, everyone.
Hi. Hi to the virtual singers. Let's pan around so those virtual singers can see all of us. Hi, virtual singers. Some of you, maybe all of you, have noticed that the CDs are here, and they're, can you see? They're here and they're on the back table. And if you would rather get the audios online, they're also on the website. So you can have them both ways. And we really want to thank you, Mike, for creating the audios. And then a reminder about the sectionals. So tomorrow, the sopranos are at 7 here in the vestry. The altos are at 8. Next week, April 10th, so Wednesday as well, the tenors are at 7 and the basses are at 8 in the vestry. And I'm going to introduce Arlen, who's going to talk about publicity. And just, she's not wearing her yellow armbands, but the yellow armbands are just those of us on the board. So if anyone has questions for any of us, that's how you can identify us, but not always.
I'll wear mine from now on. So, hi, I'm Arlen. I'm on the board, and I'm the person in charge of publicity. And I invite you to join us on the great ride toward the concert. So we have tonight, we have our lovely new concert flyers. And this time, so we have 2 different, especially for you new folks. So we have a large size. We have a mini size, and the large size is, we'd love to be on every bulletin board in town, in many towns, but often the bulletin boards are kind of crowded. So we make the mini size for those so you can squeeze those in. But the mini size also have a second side, which the big ones don't. And the second side gives a description of what we're doing. So these can be used in a variety of ways. You can put them on bulletin boards, you can leave a few at the doctor's office, a few at your senior center or at your cafe or your gym, and hand them to people lots of different ways. Someone requested, and I went with it, that we put together a few plain backsides of the little ones. Don't take double of everything, because I really didn't make that many of the little ones. But if these will be helpful to you with, like if you're posting the little one on a bulletin board and you want to add this so that they can see the backside, even though it's not, visible, then go for it. Okay, so that's the explanation. And I'm trying to redesign so that I can work around that for next time. Thank you. So there are other things you can do also for publicity. First of all, now that you're going to be putting these up, and please put them all over the place. Please also, next week we'll have an e-vite for you. That's an electronic invitation, which you can then send to people through all sorts of electronic channels. We also will be putting things up on Facebook. How many of you are on Facebook? Raise your hands, please. Oh, great. We had 500 people or looks last week at the reel that I put up. So there's real power to our Facebook postings. And I try to put something up each week. I'm not going to be here every week, but Cassandra this season is going to be doing some stuff and putting things on Instagram. So we're hoping to have even a wider social media presence. No TikTok yet, but in addition to that, there'll be other opportunities to do publicity. Certainly word of mouth, no question about it. But we also, for any of you who are on listservs, I will be asking later in the season for people who would like me to send them information that they can put on their listservs. So please spread the word far and wide. I can tell I'm not singing this season, but it sounds fabulous. I mean, really, it's going to be a great concert. So keep it up and let's start promoting.
Thanks, Arlen. I just want to say too, like when you're talking about the concert, you literally just never know who's going to be interested in the concert. I've been so surprised in the past from colleagues where they mention their kids in a chorus and I'm like, oh, I'm in a chorus. And they just want to attend. So I've had the most random people come to my concert sometimes. So just talking about it is so key. Reminder that the Eat, Meet, and Greet is next week. It's at Ashokan Cocina Mexicana on Mass Ave next to Wooden Strings. I would also like to make a call for volunteers. We're looking for volunteers to audio record sectionals for those that cannot attend and to review. So if you are comfortable recording something on your phone and sending it in for your sectional, either contact Michael or I or Michelle, and that way we can get them out to the other singers quickly. And then for tonight, we need 6 people to help with chairs. So if I could raise your hand if you can help with chairs after rehearsal tonight, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, thanks. Wow, that was quick. Good job. And does anyone need a ride home tonight? 1, 2. Okay, where are you going? Cambridge, East Cambridge. Anyone going to? No? Okay, yeah.
Waverly Square, Falmouth.
Waverly Square? Okay, I live in Waverly Square. So you can come home with me. And Cambridge? Okay. And then did I see another? Okay. Oh, okay, so real close. Mass Ave, Arlington. Yeah? Anyone? Yeah. Down here. Oh, or behind you too. You guys are going to have to rock, paper, scissors. Sorry. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of rehearsal. Okay. Oh, okay. One more.
I don't need a ride tonight, but I have an ongoing need for rides. I live in East Arlington.
East Arlington.
And I have a very nice handicap placard, so handicap space to bring me.
Okay. So we have someone in East Arlington who's looking for an ongoing ride. She's good for tonight, though, and she's throwing in the handicap placard for free. Sounds like the price is right. Okay. And, all right, we've got a winner. All right, thank you.
All right. So one other thing to mention. We are starting a new program / bringing back an old friend for Mystic Chorale, and we are going to be having some people within our sections help us out as section leaders going forward in the season. And what that means is these are people who can be resources for you as singers or as members of the chorale to get your questions answered when you don't know something or when you're not sure what's going on. And they will also be sort of aggregating or consolidating questions so that we don't take up a ton of time in rehearsal with each individual question, but that they will come talk to me and say, hey, 15 altos asked me about this note at measure 40. And then I'll figure out how to plan that into my rehearsals going forward. That way we can sort of most efficiently use our time. That's one thing they're gonna do to help me. But another thing is they are all excited about the possibility of helping you all learn your music, learn about Mystic Chorale, and learn about our season in the best way that's possible for you. And that means that they need to know what the best way possible for you is so that they can help you learn your parts. So if you're going to be a section leader, could you stand up? I think in sopranos, it's going to be Joyce, right, and Jai and Cindy, right? Hi, good, terrific. And altos, right, Katie's under the weather, but we'll be here, yep, and Anne is gonna help as well. Yes, applause, applause, applause. And George is not here tonight, but is going to be our tenor section leader. Yay, George. George will maybe see this. Thank you, George. And Jim and David are going to help out with the basses. So terrific. So these are people, for all of us, these are people who you can go to with questions about something. If I move on in a rehearsal because we're moving to the next song and you're like, oh, I wanted to know this thing, talk to those people and they will help you figure out what's going on. Or if you're like, I'm just really having trouble learning this, or this song doesn't really seem to be settling with me. Some of these people will lead extra help sessions, not all, but some will lead extra help sessions outside. They might help you organize something. They might give you tips and tricks because they've been in the Mystic Chorale for 30 years. Yeah? And all of that stuff is available to you. So please talk to those people. Could you wave one more time? And yeah, so find those people if you need to. Thank you so much for helping out. This is going to be really helpful for the group. Jim.
And if you want to email us after the rehearsal or during the week, if you look at your news and notes, there is an email alias for each section that goes to the section leaders. So feel free.
So in the news and notes, there's an email address that you can use to get to your section leaders if you have questions. And that's a great way to do it too, because at least I stay more organized that way when it pops up in my inbox. So great. Any other things? Thank you. Okay, so what did the custodian say when he jumped out of the closet? Supplies! Nailed it. Very good. Okay. My family liked that one best this week, so that's why we went with it. Okay, let us move on, please. And can we look at circle game? And we are going to start page 75, I think, which is where you all come in with End the Seasons, correct? Yes. Great, thank you. Give you a second to get there. And so we did this a few weeks ago. Let's see what we remember of it. Could we have just the sopranos first with Trevor when you get a second, Trevor? Yeah, let's try. All together, ready? 1, 2, go. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. Good job. And 1. Very nice, sopranos. That's the tune. Nice and loud every time is great. Can we try the alto part with Trevor? And the seasons. Here we go. 1, 2, and go. The seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. And 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Same note. Behind from where we came. And then together on the melody. Nice job. Let's do both of those parts together, then we're going to add tenors, okay? And the seasons. 1, 2, and go. And 1. Mhm. 3, 4, go. Nice job. Altos, could you play for us, Trevor, measure 26? This is We Are Captive on the Carousel of Time. And so you're going to go, we're captive on the same note, but it's going to be crunchy because the sopranos are going to do this, and you're going to crunch up against each other. Don't think that you're wrong. You're absolutely correct. Could we all try that? Sopranos and altos, we're captive on the carousel. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Yep. So keep it high. One more time, just altos. 3, 4, go. Yep. Can we do it note by note? Sing we're. Captive. On. Yeah. So do that again. We're. Captive. On. Good. Remember the song, the intervals that I was talking to us about before, and there's different songs? So this is a perfect fourth, which is Here Comes the Bride, we're captive on. Right, yeah. Can we try that? Yeah, and that too. The beginning of, very beginning of Star Wars, yes. We're captive on. Try it. Altos out of time. We're captive. Nope. With me. Ready, go. We're captive on the. That's it. Same note. Then back to our home base. That's very nice, altos. Good job. Could we try the tenors now with Trevor? And the seasons, they go. Good. Tenors, I think we liked this line last time, if I'm remembering correctly, or maybe I just liked it, I don't know. Let's try, ready? 1, 2, go. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted boats go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came. And then we're out. Nice. Some of you like it. That's good. Can we try basses now? And the seasons. 1, 2, and go. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. Good for you. We're captive on the carousel of time. 1, 2, 3, off. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came. That's right. And so you're with the tenors on that page when we get there at measure 30. We can't return, so lock right into the tenors across the chorale and you'll get to hear the right note there. That's nice. Can we try everybody from End of the Seasons? Page 75. Yes? Yeah, the altos in measure 28, is that the right spot? In measure 28, the altos just sing the low note in the top system. Of time, straight through. And the sopranos sing the higher one. Yep, good. Okay, and the seasons. You got it. Here we go. Measure 22, top of page 75, where it says chorale in a big box. 1, 2, 3. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. 3, 4, go. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came. Very nice. Could you do that one more time with your music, and then one time without your music? Ooh. Here we go. 1, 2, go. And the seasons, they go round and round. Three, and go. Very nice. Now, one time without our music. Be brave. I don't care if we make mistakes. Put down everything you have. Don't look at it. Don't peek at it. Yes. Look at all these brave people. I love it. Trevor gets to look at his music still, so he's going to help you. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. And the seasons. Good. We can't return. We can't return. We can only look behind from where we came. Good. Try one more time without music. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. Good. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came. Trevor, can you keep going? Then a trio will go 16 springs and 16 summers gone now. This will be soloists. Yeah, you can sing it if you want. Cartwheels turn to car wheels through the town. And they tell him, take your time, it won't be long now. Till you drag your feet too slow the circle down. Good. Pause. What will happen here is a key change. And then this part will involve the chorale in some way, and we may sing it exactly as written. Can you sing the tune for me as it goes through? So the years spin by in our new key. Okay? So this is in the tenor bass part. Everybody just sing the tune now, though. So sopranos and altos, you can be tenor and bass friends, okay? Try this out. Ready? 1, 2, go. So the years spin by, and now the boy is 20. Though his dreams have lost some grandeur coming true. There'll be new dreams, maybe better dreams, and plenty. Good. Before the last revolving year is through. Good. Now pause for a second. What comes next is different than what we did before. But I would like everybody to flip back, except for Trevor. Everybody to flip back to page 76. Nope, 75. And the part that we just did without our music, You're just going to look at it right now. We're going to try to do, right here, Trevor, with you playing accompaniment, okay? Where we just left off. So this is like, year is through. So can you just sing what you see on the page and the seasons? Ready? 1, 2, go. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel. Good for you. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go round and round. Pause. Okay, so I want to explain what just happened on the music. What we just did was sing the version of the chorus that we did the first couple of times in a different key, okay? And so if we do that, that's one possibility for something we might do, or that some of us might do during the show. If we do that, the part that you just did without your music is what you need to memorize, and that's it. And you do it 3 times, the third time is in a different key. It's not entirely it, you'll sing a little more in the piece when we all sing together. But that's the bulk of the harmony, okay? So that is one option for us. It's possible that this like other thing that happens with these like fancy notes at the end of your recording will be soloists. It's possible it will be people in the choir who elect to do that. It's possible that it will be everyone. But one option is that we could just sing that chorus the way you just did in a different key. Does that make sense to you? Okay, so as we learn, we will choose the path of least resistance and highest gratitude as we get there towards the end and figure out the thing that will make the most sense for us. Understood? Great, nice job. So you've put together a lot of this piece already. I'm trying to get my dad to come to this concert, and he will love this song in particular. Oh yeah. My dad is the best audience member because he's very emotionally invested in songs that he knows, and he'll know a lot of these. And he's never once told me that anything I did was less than amazing. We get to the concert, and he's like, it was so good. And I'll be like, well, we stopped 3 times in the middle, and one of the songs fell apart, and people started booing, and he'll be like, no, it was amazing. Great job. Those things have never happened to me, by the way. I just, yeah. Yes, best fan ever. What's that? Oh yeah, everybody should. In fact, if he gets 180 emails, it would really help, I think. We'll make a plan. Ashokan Farewell, please. Measure 21, which is, hold on, 87, is it? Thank you. I'm getting my numbers in. This is pretty good. Yeah, so we're going to start at page 87 at measure 21. My thoughts will return. Good. Did anybody go watch Ken Burns' Civil War series since this? Some of you did. Yes, fantastic. Heavily featured. It's a really great, by the way, if you've never seen that, the Ken Burns Civil War series, they show on PBS sometimes, really worth your time, I promise. I know it's long, and I was a history major, and I'm a history fan, but very much worth your time. So is jazz, so is baseball. All of them are very good. Yes. Who at Brandeis? This year? Oh, getting an honorary degree at Brandeis this year, apparently. That's very exciting. His nephew or something went to Deerfield, and somebody was like, oh yeah, he was on campus 3 years ago. Anyway, 87. My thoughts will return. Could I have sopranos and altos with Trevor? Ready? And 1, 2. My thoughts will return to the sound of laughter. Pause. So that's the tune right there, which is nice. Altos are going to stay on that note that you just left and go, ooh, ooh, move as one. Okay, altos, got that? So you're going to go laughter, and if you're a soprano 2, if you're a lower part soprano, you're going to do this part. Go ahead, Trevor. Yeah. Right. and then up to the soprano part. Can we try that? Soprano twos. Can you go from laughter? Who's a soprano two? Like lower voice. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So, yeah, this always happens. It's like you're actually perfectly spread out between soprano ones and soprano twos. If I wanted you to be next to not your part, you would be. But next time when we come, let's have the soprano ones like over here and the soprano twos over here in the section, if we can. Okay? So soprano twos closer to the altos, soprano ones closer to the wall. Okay? Next time. Don't move right now. It's going to be okay. So here's laughter. Just soprano twos with Trevor. Ready, set, go. Laughter. Ooh, that's one. Now soprano twos, your notes are so small. They're very small. Can you see them? Okay, I'm struggling right now. So, ooh, you're gonna go laughter, then right back up to that note that you had on laugh. Ooh, ooh, move as one. That's it right there. Can we try it again, soprano twos? From laughter, ready, set, go. Laughter. Move as one. That's it. Very nice. And soprano ones do this. And then on to the melody. Can we try that, soprano ones? Laughter, ready, set, and go. That's right. Very nice. Can we try all three of those parts? Soprano one, soprano two, alto. Laughter, ready, set, and go. One, two, three. Music and dancing on. And then a key change. Yep. And actually, I think we're going to see how this goes. This time through with the key change, maybe for instrumental, like for our band, instead of just for us. But we'll see. TBD. That's nice. We have tenors and basses from My Thoughts Will Return. Tenors and basses, you are together at this moment. Can we hear it once, Trevor? Melody. And then a little division. And then we'll just pause there. Yeah, that's nice. Could we try it, tenors and basses, and then we'll address individual parts as needed. So, my thoughts, ready, go. My thoughts will return to the sound of your laughter, the magic of moving as one. And a time will remember long ever after, the moonlight and music and dancing are done. Fine, pretty good reading. Can we just do it one more time? Tenors, I'm going to be with you this time, okay? You're doing great. My thoughts. Sopranos and altos, start thinking about how your part fits in here. We're going to do it in about 2 minutes all together. Ready, go. My thoughts will return to the sound of your laughter, the magic of moving as one. And a time will remember long ever after, the moonlight and music and dancing are done. Dancing are done at the end, tenors. I took a class when I was in graduate school about how Bach would resolve chords. Yeah, and yeah, and that's how Bach would resolve that. Sort of. So I don't know, Trevor. Sort of. At least your note would go that way. Da-dum, in certain cadences, right? When you were singing that resolution, because that leading tone in our key doesn't, when we're resolving the chord that way, you think it would go da-dum, but oftentimes it goes down because the other parts are voicing that already. So tenors, that's kind of we have less, like the basses often go bom, bom, like that's a classic bass resolution. Da-dum is pretty common for tenors. You probably hear that a lot. So lean into it, even though it's a little bit of a fake out. Yeah, good. Let's try everybody, please, from My Thoughts Will Return. And 1, 2. My thoughts will return to the sound of your laughter, the magic of moving as one, and a time we'll remember long ever after, the moonlight and music. Good. Pause there. Can you do it one more time? Let's stand with your music or without if you feel like you're starting to get the flow of what's happening here. My thoughts will return, but here's what I want you to do. Can you sway with me? This way. I'm going to mirror you. Well, actually, it's going to be hard. Can you go right and then left? And then right and then left. And Trevor, can you give us our notes? Here we go. Ready and go. My thoughts will return to the sound of your laughter. Don't go too fast. It's very slow. As one, and the time we'll remember long ever after, the moonlight and music and dancing are done. Nice job. Did you notice that we were going a little too fast at the beginning? Okay, the actual ability to control your body and move slowly is helpful when we're singing these lines, okay? Yeah, good, have a seat, thank you. Okay.
There's notations at the bottom of the bass piano stage all the time, either a snowflake or a lion.
Yes, so the notes at the bottom of the piano staves are for Trevor. Yeah, when to use the pedal and then when to let go of it. Yeah, as demonstrated. Terrific. Yes, so that's what, if you see those little asterisk things right there, that's what that's for. Okay, good. Yes, question? Yes. No. Questions? Any questions? Did I see questions? Yes, go. What's that? Sorry, where's that? Say it one more time. What measure? Yeah, measure 33 is just the tenors. So the soprano and alto line in 33 has a whole, what's called a whole rest. And that means that we don't sing in that measure. Do you see that, sopranos and altos? And so you're going to say, sopranos and altos are going to say long ever after, and then you're going to say rest, 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 music, and dancing. Okay, good, thank you, yes. We are someday, but not right now. Question was, are we resolving that last note in the altos? And we are someday, but not right now. That was it. Good. How about every day is a day of Thanksgiving, please? The dad jokes have infected the chorus in a way I was not expecting, but I love it. It's great. Okay. We call them what? Oh, I don't yet, but maybe I will. Let's try. Trevor, could we have our F major chord at the very beginning? Good. Basses. You may recall sort of a non-committal answer on the parts that you should be singing, right? So you could sing the soprano part down an octave, which is, could I have the C down an octave? Every day is a day of Thanksgiving. We can try that out. And you can also sing the tenor part down an octave. Every day is a day of Thanksgiving. Okay? So you could line that out however you like. Try whichever one feels most comfortable for you today. Tenors are on the lowest notes written here. Altos are on the middle. And sopranos are on the high. Yes? Could we try all together and see what we remember? Trevor, you can help us with our parts or just play some chords however you like. Gospel-y style, whatever you like to do. It'd be great. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. God's been so good to me. Every day He's blessing me. Every day is a day of Thanksgiving. Glorify the Lord today. One more time. Ready, go. Every day is a day of Thanksgiving. You can clap. That's good. You can do pulses. And stand if you like, or sit, whatever you want to do. Fine. Could you do it again? Just sopranos. Keep going back at 1. That's right. Or basses singers singing this. Day of Thanksgiving. Good. Keep going. Every day is a day of Thanksgiving. Take the time to glorify the Lord today. Alto part, here we go. Altos try. Just altos. Yeah, go altos. Good to me. Every day He's blessing me. That's it. Every day is a day of Thanksgiving. Glorify the Lord today. Good job. Tenors and basses doing the tenor part down. Every day is a day of Thanksgiving. God's been so good to me. Every day He's blessing me. Good. Every day is a day of Thanksgiving. Glorify the Lord. Everybody on your own part. Here we go. With strength. Every day is a day of Thanksgiving. God's been so good to me. Every day He's blessing me. Every day is a day of Thanksgiving. Good. Go on to number 2. Just sopranos. Just sopranos. keeps blessing me. Or basses who are singing this, blessing me. He opens the door that I may see. He's blessing me. He keeps blessing me. Very nice. Blessing me. Take the time to glorify the Lord today. One more time, sopranos, part 2. He keeps blessing me. And bass friends. Good. Blessing me. He opens the door that I may see. He's blessing me. He keeps blessing me. Good job. Blessing me. Take the time to glorify the Lord. Ready, altos? Part 2. Part 2. He keeps blessing me. Nice and loud if you know it. Blessing me. 2, 3, 4. He opens the door that I may see. He's blessing me. 1, 2. He keeps blessing me. Blessing me. 2, 3, 4. Glorify the Lord today. Tenors and basses singing tenor. He keeps blessing me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Blessing me. He opens the door that I may see. He's blessing me. He keeps blessing me. Blessing me. Glorify the Lord today. Number 2, everybody on your own part. He keeps blessing me. There you go. Blessing me. He opens the door that I may see. He's blessing me. He keeps blessing me. Blessing me. Glorify the Lord today. Part 1, 2, ready, go. Every day. Claps on the offbeat. God's been so good to me. Every day He's blessing me. Emphasize the words. Crescendo. Good. Thanksgiving. Glorify the Lord today. Part 2. He keeps blessing me. You can keep clapping if you like right now. Blessing me. Good. He opens the door that I may see. He's blessing me. He keeps blessing me. Blessing me. Take the time to glorify. Part 1, last time. Here we go. Every day is a day of thanksgiving. God's been so good to me. Every day He is blessing me. Every day is a day of thanksgiving. Glorify the Lord today. Have a seat. Thank you. 30 seconds. So we will sing this song in a lot of ways that will be different from the way that we will perform it, because that will depend on a number of factors, including Mystic Chorale alumni who know the song will be invited to sing with us, yes? Okay, and so, you know, there will be like things happening. I will be walking you through what's happening with like this type of thing, okay? And then we will also add in some extra loops, like you heard in the recording if you listen to the practice materials, where we say glorify the Lord like 5 times or 25 times. We'll add those in and we'll be explicit about what we're planning to do, but you will not have to memorize it's 8 times and I need to count, because I will be up here like this, telling you to end, telling you to go to part 2. That's like my only job in this song. Okay? Very good. Nice work tonight. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for sectionals and next week. Oh, yeah. Thank you to Trevor. Well done, Trevor. That was great. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Sorry for that. Yeah. That's great. Thank you so much. Hi. Yes. Yes. Yes, acapella. I heard that in the recording. I think it's really nice. It shows us off really well. Yeah, it's right, exactly. You're really fun. Lovely. Well, I'd love to compare notes sometime. I'll sort of make a plan and then maybe see if there's anything, like maybe we'll run it once in rehearsal in a couple weeks, and then you can let me know if there's something else that we've done in the past that we haven't done. We can try to sprinkle that in too. Okay. Well, I don't know that. He's invited. Yeah. I don't know that just because